That's why it started as a project to kind of digest this part of history that was too difficult for me to really comprehend. But it's really, you might have little aspects of it that are resolved, but in the end, it doesn't go down smoothly, and you just have to kind of jump over this period and move on. It started, when I was in high school. I was very cynical, always questioning everybody, all the rabbis. I wanted to know where am I going to when I die, and where am I going to be, and where's my friend Peter Riley going to be since he's not Jewish, and they would just never give me good answers. My mother was sort of, she hates Germans and Germany and everything it stands for, and she thinks they're all born to hate Jews. My mother believes Germans are just an evil people. And it's not rational, and I don't try to challenge her, and I don't blame her. It was just like a whole wave swept over her entire family, and then they were gone. I think that's why she always had this kind of obsessional connection with her old dead relatives, And she always talked to her dead relatives at night whenever my father wasn't around, in Polish or Yiddish. When you grow up with scary stories, like something under your bed's gonna grab you, to me, that the Germans. When I go to sleep, they might get me, and grab me and drag me away like my mother's relatives. And I thought, there's gotta be some nice Germans. So I ended up in Berlin, and I've been going back there pretty much ever since, over the last 20 years. I guess I go once or twice a year, and over the years I developed a lot of friends. In fact, I think I have more friends in Berlin than I do at my home in New York. Something about the city that constantly draws me back there. It's funny because Germans have an extra layer of work they have to go through to get to be my friend. And it's all around this, like the grandfather question. What did your grandfather do during the war? And if I don't know, I can't even be friendly with them. I don't mind if they were an SS executioner, if they're willing to talk about it, but it's a strange thing. I cannot get to normalcy before I discuss the Nazi thing. There weren't 20 Nazis that did this. There were hundreds of thousands of people who were involved and millions more that did nothing. And, and it's just, you just can't change the fact of it. My whole view on the human condition, what are we made of? What are we naturally inclined to do? Because of that experience, it's all negative. It's all like we are inclined to do nothing good. It's, sometimes society shapes us and pushes us to be better people. But left to our own devices, as you see in that experience, people that you think should be naturally good will do the most horrible things for vanity, for competition, for advancement. I mean, when I go to a Holocaust movie like The Pianist or Schindler's List, I mean, it's very sad, but in a very weird way, it's like a high for me. I'm like, I can't get enough of it. I want it to be 10 hours longer. Because for a moment, I'm lost in it. I am there. I am that little boy. I am this persecuted person. And in a way, I mean, I can't say the word I enjoy it, but it's like a high. Like I'm on something. And it makes me, in a weird way, happy, because it gets me a little step closer to what I've always thought was so important, to feel what they feel. And then it's kind of let down when it's over, like, oh, it's like I lost it. And I mean, it's too much to live every day like that. And I was for a while. Unfortunately, what I'm left with, and I'm always hoping to have a better view of it, I mean, we really are born into this world not naturally inclined to do good, to be kind, to be generous. The emotions, if you notice, like, you have a hard time controlling: jealousy, envy, competition, resentment, indignation. Those are the things that you really have to get hold of. And if they're allowed free rein, you do the bad things, not the good things. You preserve the world when you can, and as it gets closer, it's really just me. It's all about me. In the end, I think, at our nature, it's all about me. 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 And it's sad, because I think there's a lot of beauty in the world. I like to think I know kind people. I like to think I am kind. I like to think, naturally I would be. Of course, I'd love to say, look at me now. I would be a resistance fighter. I would protest. I would leave the country. But you know what? I might be like everyone else. And I think when it comes to evaluation of the human condition and what are we like at our base, the answer to that question, always disturbs. I don't know. I might have been just like them. That's my piece. It sort of lives beside me. The subject is kind of a friend that, sometimes treats me well and sometimes treats me bad, but better to have it living next to me instead of living inside me.